Welcome everybody to the ProX Pit Pass. Here we are, round 6 of the Motul MXGB British Motocross Championship at the brilliant Canada Heights venue, Sidcup Club. We have been coming here for years and years and years as they're out there still prepping the track. You can hear them in the background. Amazing venue, always delivers great racing. This time we're going to go behind the scenes. We're going to catch up with Joe Brooks, trying to build on his first ever pro race win last year at Duns. So let's see what he can get done. And of course the big bike switch. He started the year on Triumph. He's now riding Honda, so we're going to talk to him about that. Then we're going to catch up with Apico Honda's Tom Grimshaw. Tom, absolute, just total professional. Always enjoy talking to Tom. He is such a down-to-earth guy. Outside of motocross, it's been a very, very difficult and emotional year for Tom, but we'll let him explain that. So we'll catch up with him and find out what life is like, trying to balance work and all those emotions and everything and still be out there at the sharp end of MX1. Buy ProX parts. That simple. Go on their website, we're going to show it below or above or wherever we put it. The more that you contribute to that, the more that we can do loads of these. I say it every time, and who knows, maybe beyond that we can do a lot more behind the scenes with ProX. So, you know, do the bit, do your bit for us. We will obviously deliver in return.
Hi, I'm Tom Grimshaw and I ride for Apico Factory Racing Honda. I've been with them now for 3 years. This is my 3rd year on the team, but my story with Apico starts way before that. Dylan and Anna, they supported me right from when I was, I want to say about 12 years old. You know, when I was on the 65, going on to the 85, Dylan gave me a kit deal, parts deal, and I always had in my mind, it was the goal to race on a team with Dylan. And fast forward all these years and here we are, year 3 together, and I couldn't ask for a better family and better team to be racing with. It's been tough, to be honest. I tell you, going to the 450, I sort of knew what I was getting into, but you don't really know until you're actually in it, if that makes sense. And so I actually had a fairly decent first year on the 450, joined the Apico team, and I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself, being under a big team awning for the first time, all the support from Honda, etc. And 2024 was generally not a great year for me in a results basis and an enjoyment basis, really. I think I just dug myself too deep, put too much pressure on myself. So going into 2025, I was looking to just relax a little bit more and enjoy my racing. And I was hoping results would come from that, and unfortunately I got injured right at the start of the year, which ruled me out for half the season. But when I did come back, I did implement that, and I actually had a quite successful end of 2025, enjoying my racing and got some good results, you know. So, and then if you want to move it into this year, taking the same approach, I feel like my riding's gone to another level. Fitness is all good. Like I say, I can't. The team's just been brilliant, you know. I've been there from the beginning, so I'm in a happy place, and all in all, so far so good, and we're looking to end the year on a high. So 2026, like I said, it's been, on results base, been very, very good, and riding and racing been very good, but outside life has been maybe one of my worst. Everything was looking good in January, and I was in training in Ireland with the team and everything like that, all going well. And then it's funny just how life can just one day just change, you know. And then I was with my girlfriend for about 7 years, and just one day that just got taken away. I lost my girlfriend Ella. I didn't think of being in any other situation but with her, you know. You started planning stuff and everything, but you're just rolling with life, and it just shows how it can just be taken away. Made me very mad, still am a little bit now, you know, but I just knew I had to get back into it quite quickly, you know. in regards of my racing, because that's my life. Ella supported that for the full 7 years she was with me, week in, week out. She made a lot of sacrifices for me, coming racing every single weekend. A lot of time and effort goes into it during the week, which we all know. And if I just stopped, I felt like it would be disrespectful. The amount of commitment she made to me and what I love doing, it would be disrespectful for me just to stop. So I had to jump back into it, and fortunately it has worked very well for me in regards of kept me focused on a target and just racing. And I like to think I can just brush off a crappy day now, because in the big schemes of things you get hit with what actually really matters, you know. The results have been good, like I said, but I've been fighting a battle outside of the racing, just with your own mind and just being a bit lonely, and that's why I've just stayed as busy as I can. I've started some new hobbies and everything, and then I've just been filling the calendar with racing, even down to your local club races. As long as I have a day out and keeps me active and focused, I find that's what's helping. There's no right or wrong way how to deal with this situation. Everyone's different dealing with it, but I said to Dylan, the way I'm dealing with it is for me to go racing, and he supported that from the get-go. They've just been there in a way of just no pressure, you know. There was no pressure from the beginning, but generally just making me realise that this is a big thing I've had to go through, and I will continue to go through for, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever get over it. You just learn to cope in a way. So they're making me realise that, instead of just building it up to be inside and then to eventually I would probably explode. Talking to people is good, and just talking about your feelings and everything like that is key for these sort of things, you know.
Last year I had a lot of time off due to injury. I came in, so with no pressure, just go out and enjoy riding, and obviously I got a win at Duns, which is nice. And then this year, really the goal was to win the British Championship. Obviously it's not gone to plan so far. Missed the last round at Monster Mountain. But yeah, just got to ride like myself, keep putting in the good results, and we'll see where we end up. Yeah, well, that sort of happened as soon as we were done with Trentino. On the way home, there's 2 Hondas for when I got home. I was on the Triumph at Trentino. I had a really good race going. And yeah, the bike, we had a few problems with the bike, and the bike nipped up again in the second race at Trentino when I was on for a good result. So it was sort of from then on, we went with the Honda. We knew they were a good bike. I like the way they handle. And yeah, it's been a lot better. We sort of do it on our own. Obviously my dad helps massive. I got Gary, who's got some good contacts. So between us all, we've got Ryan Thorpe doing the engine. And the bike, it's a good bike. Like, I got nothing to complain about. The power's there. Obviously I had an injury not long ago. Silly injury, not even on the bike that was. So missing a few rounds of Italy, Montevarchi, and obviously Monster Mountain. But there's been positives as well. Obviously in Portugal we had a good weekend there. So I try to leave the negatives in the past and just think about the positives. Yeah, it was an unbelievable weekend. But when I walked the track on Friday with Ash, I said, this is a bit of me. I like the track. The way it formed, I think it's nice. We can move about on the track, go where we want, not just stuck in a rut. And obviously I had a good start Saturday. Rode a bit tense near the end of it, but it was a good ride. And then obviously Sunday didn't get a very good start. Come through from about 12th. So to come through the pack of riders that I did, the ability they got, it's a massive confidence boost. I know I got the fitness, I know I got the pace, and hopefully more EMX results like that to come. Overall goal is just to get the best results possible. Obviously we're today at Canada Heights, just to go get 2 good starts, put myself in the window for the moto wins. Obviously EMX, just more good starts. I think the start's the most important thing at the moment. If I get those dialed, I know that I've got the speed to be at the front. So it's difficult when you don't get the start. Obviously coming through, tracks are difficult to pass, etc. But I think it's going to be a good rest of the season. Just go out there, do as best as I can. I think it's just a bit tight, to be honest. We just had qualifying then. I got 6th, so you know, it's not my best qualifying, but I was happy with my riding. It's just very difficult to put a lap in when there's so many people on the track. And yeah, it's just a bit too tight, a bit too one line at the moment. Hopefully the more it roughs up, the better it gets. It'll separate the times a bit. But overall, let's just have a good day. Just put the track, what I think about the track behind me, and just get 2 good starts and see where we end up.
There you go, we're up to speed with what's happening with Joe Brooks's life and Tom Grimshaw, but there's other riders, of course, that race the Motul MXGB British Championship. So let's go and find out a few words from them of what they've been up to this weekend at Canada Heights and how it's gone for them.
Finally good start, because the last races have been a little bit disaster, so finally good start. Good riding first laps, then rode a bit tight, like always first moto in the British, I don't know. Sometimes, yeah, the one-day format is a little bit different to MXGB, but yeah, happy with the win. Yeah.
Good race, to be fair. A few of the people at the front made some crashes and stuff on the first lap, so I was able to capitalise on that. And just, yeah, I just rode good, you know, just made a few passes. Caught up to the leaders, which I was quite surprised about, but yeah, it was just good. I wanted to just keep consistent in the top 3, 4 before getting into wins, you know. So just keep building up in steps, hopefully it'll come. Yeah, I mean, qualifying, I was ready to, yeah, I was getting quite angry at the track. I wasn't a fan of it, but after the first race it was a bit better, you know, got into a flow, and yeah, it was alright, the track, you know. So when you have good results, the track's perfect, you know. That's how I see it. Any track can be good if the results are good, you know. I say good track, but yeah.
I got a decent start, didn't I? I was second around the first corner, and then yeah, I just jumped into the bomb hole and my hand come off. Don't know.
You've done that before, haven't you? Hands coming off of handlebars and that.
Yeah, I think I just ride too relaxed, don't I? In the whoops last
Come on,
year.
hold on.
Hand comes off, doesn't it?
Turned it around in the second one. Felt a bit better, made a bit of a change on suspension with Jake, and yeah, well, it worked, didn't it? Obviously, so I felt good in that one. Not so good in the first one, but good in the second one.
Had to fight for that in the second one.
Yeah, it was difficult. Obviously, they were going quick at the start, and then I got onto the back. It was quite difficult to pass, so I just sat back. Billy went at Jamie, I think, and they were getting into it, and then I found my time, and when I passed them, it was good. Obviously, I didn't want to look behind. I heard a few bites behind me, but overall, I'm happy with that one.
There you go, ladies and gents, boys and girls. That is another wrap on the ProX Pit Pass here at round 6 at the Motul MXGB British Championship at Canada Heights. It's been an absolute bobby dazzler. The weather's been amazing. The racing insane, the track really sorting them all out, as it always delivers here. We can't wait for round 7 now, as we're getting towards the sharp end and tail end of this championship up at Duns in Scotland. Make sure you join us for that. You know the drill. Like and subscribe, keep following us, keep spreading the word. British Motocross is coming your way. We want it in your face.